it's a nice sunny day outside. Feels great. Just sitting in front of the window here. There's a nice thing about our house. We've got these large south-facing windows. Pretty much the whole back wall of the house is all large windows. There's a well-planned layout. Whoever had designed the house. Likewise upstairs again, big windows. So we get a lot of heat when we have sunny days like this. Although outside it's probably about -13 last time I checked, about half an hour. We got a lot of seeds starting to sprout. I've planted a bunch more stuff, and we'll go and take a look at some of the stuff that's going on and see what's coming out of the soil as well. There's a lot of activity with my potatoes here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but as an example of what happens when you trying to move a plant in the middle of winter in Canada here, especially on a cold day. I think the day I moved this from the office, it sat outside the car for just a couple of minutes. It was about -30, and just that was enough for the leaves to freeze up and drop off. So I'm going to see how this jade plant holds up and see how it bounces back. Again, jade plants are quite resilient, and I do a lot of work with jade plants. So here we have some honeydews just coming out. Now, yes, there are quite a few plants coming out here. I started one earlier downstairs in our grow area, and nothing came up. So I thought I had a bad batch of seeds. No, it wasn't a bad batch of seeds. It just I was impatient. And so I started another batch, and this time I put more seeds in the pot. Well, looks like this time all the seeds decided to germinate, or at least a good majority of them. So we've got a lot of honeydew plants coming out here. Now, the nice thing about having too much is we can get more opportunity to find better growers or better plants. And we'll pick the strongest and the healthiest of the plants that come out. And those will be our prime candidates for growing out in our cold frame. And then the other ones either go into the compost pile, or maybe we'll just give them away to anyone who's interested. Some of my coworkers or someone locally that's interested in having these. But we'll see how they do and how they're coming out. I wonder how many of you recognize this. That is a pumpkin plant. Now, of course, we don't grow full-size pumpkins. We grow mini pumpkins. The mini pumpkins, well, the full-size pumpkins do okay up in our grower area, and there's a lot of farms that do grow pumpkins up here. I know it's a little bit, we found it hard to do out in our garden, but the mini pumpkins seem to just tolerate the climate much better here. They don't require as much energy to grow a bunch of small pumpkins. And all intents and purposes, we seem to get better quality with the smaller pumpkins than we do with the large pumpkins. Germination on our corn seeds has been hit or miss. Now, these are our store-bought seeds. I haven't actually tried harvesting my own seeds from last year. Last year, we did get very good turnout on our corn. Very sweet and a lot more starchy than what we get from the local farmers here. Just a much fuller kernel, very, very ripe, and they were very good corn. So again, these seeds are from the same package. I think I put 8 in here. I only got 3 coming out, which is not a real good turnout for starting seeds. So see if we get some more heat on the pot. Again, seeds need moisture. They don't necessarily need to be in the soil, but it helps to keep the moisture at the seed without the rotting the seed. Every year we like to grow some peppers, and this year we've got our chili pepper started. And it looks like we've got about 4 or 5 coming out there from what I can see from this angle. So again, with the germinating seeds, I just start a whole bunch in a pot. See which ones germinate, pick the best ones, and put them in their own pots. In this case, with 5 or 6, this 5 or 6 may be all kept in put into pots because we tend to grow a lot of peppers in our garden. And tucked away in this starter pot here, we got some persimmons, or at least one persimmon plant coming out. I'm not sure if it's a plant or a tree. I think technically it's a tree. So we'll see with some pruning if we can keep it at a dwarf size and see what we can do indoors with growing a persimmon tree. It'll be a fun little experiment. This may become our project over the summer for something to take care of next winter. So other than my wife and myself, our cats enjoy a little bit of gardening too. And this is their favorite treat. And I think it's just wheatgrass. You can buy it from the store, and it's just called cat grass, but basically just wheat. And so you just throw a bunch of seeds down in a little planter and let them germinate. Once they're about 5 or 6 inches tall, you put them down, and the cats just enjoy them. And it's supposed to help their digestion, but they really enjoy it. It's like treats for them. So this is our potato bin. I've had some questions and comments about growing potatoes indoors, and I've had a request for an update on potatoes. So here it is. This is the potato bin that's growing downstairs, and they've done really well. Now I haven't kept up with adding dirt to the bottom. I was kind of looking just to see if there's any root growth or building up down below before I added some soil. But these have grown really tall, so I'm going to go ahead and just top it up at the bottom. Probably bring it up to halfway to the bin. I'm not too sure where I'm at. Actually, I'm just about 1/4 from the bottom. So I'll bring it up just past halfway across the bin. See what it does, let it get used to that, and then I'll keep topping it up. So this is the potatoes that came downstairs. We've moved them upstairs to join the same window as the other plant, just because we've noticed significant growth on the other potato plant. If we just pan over, here's our other potato plant. Leaves are a lot larger, it's a darker green. It just overall looks a lot more healthy. Here, I'll zoom out so you can look at the two of them side by side. So again, on the left is the first pot we brought up, I think last weekend. And then this other bucket brought up this weekend. It's just another angle to show the difference or some comparison between the two plants. Again, the one on the right being the one that just came up this week.